Hello CCG members, I wanted to do an update video. There have been lots of great uploads recently to CCG, so covering a few different topics, mostly to do with the arranging course. So let's dive in. Let's start off here. We've got a post from Kevin and he's done some melodic cell manipulation. So I'll maybe play through a few of these. So the original 2-bar melody, you expanded it a little bit here. That's good. Then inversion at the B line. Nice, octave lower. Modal, Dorian. Okay, so sequencing it up, you could think of it this way too. Sequencing it up a step, staying in the same key. So it would put it into Dorian. And then up to the third mode. Oops. And then the fourth mode. Fifth mode, Mixolydian. Sixth mode, Aeolian. And Locrian. It's actually a good way to think of sequences as a modal transposition or something like that. Very nice. Retrograde. So retrograde is backwards. So retrograde, yeah, here we go. Hang on. Retrograde pitches. So the original melody ends on C, so I'm wondering, what have we done here? I think Kevin has retrograded 1 bar at a time. So the first bar is a retrograde, and the second bar, yeah, so the first bar is a retrograde of the first bar of the original, and the second is of the original second bar. So and that's turned into a beautiful melody. Retrograde the rhythms. That's a really neat idea. Very cool. So reversing the rhythms but keeping the same pitches. We didn't discuss that. Retrograde pitches and rhythms. So now we're retrograding the entire melody and we are reversing the rhythms as well. I guess that we call it retrograde. Okay, as much as I would love to play through all of this, I might just choose a couple more. So add chord, harmony, some chunky ones. I'm gonna try. I might modify those a little bit, make them a bit more playable. Nice, very full sounding arpeggiate melody. Melody offbeat. Melody offbeat version 2 on the and. And melody offbeat on the ah. Great, fantastic work. I might move on from there. That's really wonderful work, Kevin. I'm particularly excited and impressed by your thought process here with the modes and retrograding the rhythm. Really nice. and you've transposed, you've done other things that we can all explore in more detail. So fantastic work, Kevin. And any comments here? Yeah, thank you to Malcolm, who's been running the arranging sessions. We've learned a lot in 2 sessions. Cool. You found that Sibelius will do some of the manipulations at the press of a button. Yeah, it's good to know those shortcuts, isn't it? Okay. Next here, there is our first session where we covered some of these ideas on melodic cell development, so you can watch that recording. Oh, okay, we've got a Mazurka. I did have a quick play of this beautiful Mazurka by Brittany. I'll play it through for you now. Really gorgeous. I think this shows the power of a beautiful melody. You know, the harmonization is fairly sparse, you know, don't have too much happening in the accompaniment, but because of the beautiful, expressive, moving melody, just gorgeous work. I like this title, Mazurka in the Home, Dentro Casa in Italian. Yeah, because we're all locked down, wrote it. You've probably written our Mazurkas all at home, so fantastic. Okay, what have we got next here? Okay, score update. Playing with pivot chords here. Added some Scottish snaps at the top of rhythm, included some substitutions. Hasn't tried to play it yet. Let's see. Okay, so Scottish snapping from C to C. So we're pivoting here. So we're going from one key to another via pivot chords. So, and this is fantastic because David is indicating where those pivot chords occur and the function of them. So we start in C. We go to G major via a G chord, which is the dominant in C, and the 1 chord in G. And then we go to B minor and so on. This is really exciting. Cool stuff. I haven't played it yet, so let's have a listen. This is an alternate version. First line repeated. Okay, let's have a go through this. Whoops. That's a fantastic exercise. It really shows how, and just by simply repeating a melody and transposing it to different, chordal registers, you could say. So transposing it from C to the tonic and then to F and so on, and then using those pivot chords, you can see how it gives you the option to smoothly move from one key to another. And I mean, just by this simple process of probably you could copy and paste, this melody and just arrange it as you need to. And it's a wonderful exercise. It's so great to see how everyone is doing something a little different, something unique, using these exercises and finding their own way to implement the tools. So that's fantastic, David. All right, melodic cell development. Brittany, now I think we looked at this in the last we looked at this last week in our class, so I'll skip that for now. Okay, Kevin, another one, this time with the pivot chords here. So from C major back to C major via the furthest away you could get in F sharp major. 6/8 rhythm pattern. Okay, let's have a look on the pivot. Wow. So similar to David, it looks like Kevin is repeating an idea and just sort of transposing it, and then using these pivot chords to take us to new keys. All right, I'll have a go. I'm sight reading, so see how we go. Minor. Not easy to sight read. C sharp major. Notice I've slowed down considerably. Ended up in G minor. Wow. All right. Fantastic as well there. Wonderful exercise. Very challenging to read through. It's kind of like what David did, but taken even more to the extreme by going through all of the keys and then back again. And yeah, it makes for some interesting sight reading in the middle there. And some keys like D flat major, and so very good, very good. Okay, Trisha's Melodic Development. Don't think I've looked at this yet, so cool. Original melody, and we're going through, so 4-bar melody this time. Longer melody. Let's see what Trisha's done. So just taken a few, it looks like. Select a selection of the tools we looked at. So 1, 2. Okay, so there's the melody. Inversion. That works really well. Beautiful. Retrograde bar by bar. So we're taking each bar and going backwards. Hang on, what's going on here? E, E, E. I think that should be C, A there. Unless I'm, oh, maybe it's not bar by bar, it's 2 bars at a time. I see, 2 bars at a time. Okay, so that's really nice as well. Retrograde of the 4 bars. So what are we doing here? Retrograde. So we're going backwards. We're going backwards just with the pitch. So the rhythm is staying the same, but notice C, G, A, C, 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 G, A, C, 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 but keeping the rhythm the same. I guess this is the thing with retrograde. Do we just retrograde the pitch, or do we retrograde the pitch and the rhythm? So I guess you can choose. Beautiful. That works very well. They all work beautifully. Add excuse me, add harmony. Arpeggiate melody. It looks more like the bass is being arpeggiated, but that's beautiful. Beautiful. Arpeggiate a different variation. Ooh, not easy to read. Beautiful. Wow, what a great texture. Scale fragments of the melody. So yeah, beautiful work by Trisha. Very nice. Okay, Mazurka. I think I played this in the last masterclass. This is a beautiful Mazurka. So I'll skip this for now because I have played it, and I think George played it a couple of times in masterclasses too. It's absolutely gorgeous, and we had a treat where George played it on the piano as a jazz version. Oh, really great. Okay. Public domain songs. Okay, what have we got here? So if you want to do some arranging, you need to know what some public domain songs are. There's a bit of a list. So let's have a look. Public domain songs. Wow. That is quite an extensive list. Alphabetical. Got the genre. They're all, oh yeah, folk songs and then hymns. Whew. And you know, with the power of the internet, I'm sure you can just search these and find a lot of them quite quickly. Awesome. Wow. Fantastic. I gotta cheer that. All right. Okay, so that was our last session there. Firefly Mazurka, there's another Mazurka here. And I played this as well in the last masterclass, and I think Trisha's played this a little while ago. Beautiful Mazurka. Okay, here we go. Task 1, compare an arrangement with the original. So this is fantastic. What's Trisha done? Let's have a look. So here we have the original, and then we have the guitar part below. And Trisha transposed the piano part to the same key as the guitar part, so you can really see what's going on. Fantastic work. You guys are just inspirational. Yeah. So that is awesome. So Mertz arranged this for... comes in. So that's, yeah, gorgeous arrangement, and you can just see back to back the differences. That's a fantastic resource from Trisha there. Yeah. Deb says, you are an inspiration, Trisha. Wow. Okay. Melodic cell development. So we saw David's pivot chord task before. Now this we looked at also in last week's class, so I'll skip that for today. It's fantastic work there. Paula's latest Mazurka, absolutely beautiful, which I think she... Paula played Candlelight Mazurka first, so I'm not sure if she played this one. So I will, maybe I'll play just the first section. Beautiful, gorgeous Mazurka from Paula. Don't forget that I will be playing, I'll have to scroll back down again. I will be playing some Mazurkas on Wednesday. So hope you can join. Got to scroll down. Look how much there is to get through still, so I've got to be quick. Yeah, Paula. Wow. There we go. Okay, so that's where I was. Okay, so here is looks like a blog post, how to enrich your songs with modal color. Awesome. Consolidate what we've been discussing. Awesome. Yeah, please, anyone, if you've got resources that help clarify things or apply these things or anything, please share. Fantastic. This is Paula practicing Trisha's piece Mazurka, Between the Tides. Isn't that awesome? Found a little error in the fingerings. Eli, pivot chord task. Okay, so we got a chord progression using pivot chords to modulate between keys and with an arpeggio pattern with a Roman numeral analysis. Updated version here. So Well, starting off in A flat major, not going to be easy to read, ending up in B major. Cool, thanks Eli. All right, so G diminished. Okay. No. Yeah, we're in the same key, right? E flat minor to D flat minor. Nice. Wow, yeah, that's pretty incredible. I mean, because we went through such a variety of keys, but it did feel very smooth, you know. Yeah, awesome work from Eli. Just in case you were wondering, like, how was I sight reading some of these chords? Well, sometimes, like, if I see B flat minor, and I see that kind of chord shape Eli's using, it's kind of like your standard kind of minor chord there. And then C flat major is the same as B major. So I just read, like, I wasn't necessarily reading the notes all the time. And then D flat 7, you know, you've got your dominant 7th shape. It's like C sharp 7. So, this is incredible work what CCG members have been doing here. I like this question Malcolm posed to us here. What if there was a key signature with F sharp, B flat, and A flat? How would the chords harmonize in triads? What other abstract key signatures could there be? So there's some really interesting discussions and experiments there. But I don't want to take... I kind of need to get through things quickly. So Malcolm's posting a little comment about just updating us where we're sort of going next a little bit. There's more on melodic cells, but we need to get a firm grasp on modes first. Awesome. What have we got here? This is looks like maybe another blog post or something. So you've got bright, you can think of modes in levels of bright or dark. Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, thank you, George. And a question about nail strengthening. There's our last week's workshop where we looked at, was it last week's workshop? Yeah, we looked at modes. It's all a blur to me. Session 2, more on modes. What have we got here? Modal passages, not public domain. So I'm just going to skip that. Deb has done some work here. Vincent. No key signature used inversions and transpositions. Lots to experiment with. Let's see. Okay, so the original, oh, this is interesting. Got them all sort of back to back. Wow. Okay. That's pretty intense, you know, like that's a lot of work because this melody is just changing. You know, this is a very long melody that Deb has applied this to. Yeah, and that's why, you know, I don't blame you for stopping there. A lot of work, Deb. Fantastic. Okay, so let's hear a little bit of the original and some of the tools. So, Okay, fantastic, beautiful melody. I think what we have there is maybe a melody and a bit of an accompaniment. So an inversion, wow, inversion of this, right? We're going from the B line, looks like here, and flipping the notes on from that B line, right, as we've discussed. So my first off thought here is, yes, I think it is in G major, so maybe you want to put that in the key signature, and then you might want to choose, even though that's an E natural, you know, you could make it an F sharp to fit into G major. So, and you're getting some lovely melodies out of it. That's really cool. It'd be nice to hear what this sounds like combined. Yeah. Combine the original with the inversion. That's really cool. And then what do we have below that? Transposition. Down an octave, down a fifth. So Deb's just experimenting with different things for each bar. That's really cool. It's a lot of work put into this, Deb. I am adding F sharps. Now you could, you know, with transposition, you could do it diatonically and fit it into the scale if you wanted to, or you could alter, you know, you could do it literally keeping the same intervals, like, yeah, from B to A is a full step, so from C to B flat's a full step. So you could do it that way, but if you find it easier to, you know, arrange with, you could keep it in the original key as well, without. You get some nice melodies, I think, doing that. You could also get some nice melodies transposing it literally too. That's really nice. This bar here, down a major sixth. Yeah, the original. Down a major sixth. Beautiful. Absolute gold. Oh, I love how everyone's taken, you know, a little slightly different slant on the tasks. Very, very good work, Deb. Excellent. Okay, what have we got? Eli. This is our. Oh, we've still got a few more. Okay, I've got to get through these quick. Modes task. So transposing the original melody of Maria Luisa into. I'm sure Eli has done all of the modes, is my guess. Yes. Transposing them into all of the modes. Cool. And then into Ionian. So that's like the original, I guess you could say, is in the natural minor. Aeolian. Let's have a listen in Ionian, which is like our major scale. Beautiful, very sweet in major. Dorian. So now Dorian is like minor with a raised sixth. So we're. The F sharp in there, yeah. We could use a D major chord there at the end. I guess because it's not using the note F a lot, and this is what Malcolm said, you want to use that note that is unique to the mode. In this case, it's the F. To, you know, if you are writing in a modal key, you want to try and use that note that defines the mode you're using as much as possible. So this one's only right at the end, we get the F. Phrygian. Ooh. This is like minor with a flat 2. Nice. Lydian sounds like Ionian because there's no D, right? Okay. If you added harmony, you could add the D in. Something like that. Mixolydian is like major with a flat 7. We really got the 7th here, so that's nice. Aeolian is the same as the original, and then Locrian, which is like a flat 2 and flat 5th. Oops. And yeah, that's a very, very interesting exercise. And you know, you probably find really nice, at least really nice fragments from doing this exercise, or you might even find that a full melody does transpose into a mode really nicely as well. Beautiful, Eli. And done it again to the presto section of BWV 996. Okay. Some of the modes sound the same. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at this. So the original. Ionian in major. Dorian sounds the same as the original, so I'll skip that. Phrygian will sound a bit different. That's nice, that works quite well. Lydian. That's nice, beautiful. Mixolydian. Aeolian is the same as the original, and Locrian. Oh boy. Yeah, that's awesome. Very, very interesting to hear the different flavors that modes give to a melody. All right, looks like we're ending here. So this is really great. Please check this out. This is Eli playing on Planet Bach. They do a little clip where they ask Eli about his, relationship with Bach. So, and other people from around the world. So, wow, fantastic. Thank you all so much for your great work, and keep it up, and we'll see you soon.